Hello everyone and welcome back. The game is Subsistence. We're in Alpha 53. This game is currently on Steam for £10.59. And it's a survival game. It's a bit like 7 Days to Die we've been playing, but it's got no zombies. It's got human-based hunters and animals. So let's jump in and see what it's like. Okay, so the game is based in a limited map. That said, the map is huge, and you've also got this nice zoom out effect. So you can see the areas that you've gone, almost like the black bit to the clouds. Now, it's a crafting survival game, so you have your trees. Unlike 7 Days to Die, when you cut down a tree, the tree doesn't disappear. What happens is it becomes empty until it replenishes, which happens every so often. Normally you've got 3 or 4 hits on a tree before it's exhausted. There's a bear. We don't want to get too close to that because it will eat us at this level really easily. So we're going to go and try and avoid any animal for now. That deer's okay because deers aren't aggressive. Now the other thing you want to collect as you're running around the world is plant fibers. These are these little like shrubs here. There's also a medical variant, but these are essential for early level crafting. These are the other craftable plants that give you medical herbs. Now I want to build a base southwest because that looks like the safest area, at least early on. So we're going to head that way. It's a bear. Can we get this really sneakily? Okay, so around the world you get these little crates. You press and hold F on them and they will open up. Protein bar and berries is really good early on as a nails for crafting. Now the different bags give you different things, like this one was based around ammunition. The previous one was based around crafting. Don't want to get too close to that wolf. Another wolf there we want to avoid. Now another thing I've heard is that you don't want to run too often because it uses 3 times your food levels that you would if you were walking. That's a bit close for comfort. Is that? Oh, run. So running in this game, you press and hold. You press F and it'll go into run mode. Oh. Now bears don't chase you for as far as wolves. It's backed off. Now, I really want to sneak behind it to get that crate, but that's going to take a while. Early on, it's massively important to avoid the wildlife. They will kill you. Well, what you can catch will kill you. The rabbits and the thingies won't kill you, but you can't catch them because they're too fast. Now, crouching by default is on key C. It really should be on left control. I remapped this as soon as I got into the game. He's found me. Run away! Okay, he didn't make me bleed. If you make me bleed, we need to use bandage. I don't like this at all. He's still chasing. I can hear him. Oh god. Yeah, this game is extraordinarily scary. I think he's stopped chasing. He has. I may be able to see the skull in the distance on the right hand side of this tree. That skull is where my last dead body dropped. You can go there to get your bags, which will have a percentage of what they had in. If we look straight ahead... Sorry, I thought I heard a wolf. I see a crafting box. Let's go and get that first. Now, if we look straight ahead, there's a really thick tree in front of us. That particular kind of tree is a grub tree. We hit it. This is going to be problematic. Okay, the bear might be deaf. Okay, so we got it. You'll see now that I've got a grub in my inventory that we can use for fishing. Now it's heard me. Run! I really wanted that fibre, but I'm not stopping to pick it up now. There's another fibre near the beach, which we can probably get as we're running past. I'm assuming it stopped chasing now. Yeah, I don't see it. If you ever did swimming in 7 Days to Die, you'll know that it's atrocious. In this game, it actually feels normal to swim. Now, there's a lot of shrubs that look like they're fibres, but they're not. Like all these things from a distance look like fibres. Once you get close, you know they're not. I am extremely serious about giving the wildlife a wide berth. They are extraordinarily dangerous early on. Once we get some guns or some bows and arrows, then we've got some chance. But early on, we want to live off fish, and we want to live off rabbits and chickens. Now, I believe also that we can domesticate chickens, which is something I really like to see in this kind of game. If you can catch a chicken, they'll lay eggs, and then you don't need to go out hunting quite as often, and you become self-sustaining. You can also grow your own crops in crop beds, which we can build once we've got a base established. Now let's talk a little bit about food. You've got 3 different food bars. You've got proteins, and you've got fruit and vegetable, and you've got liquid. If either of those go down, you'll become malnutritioned, and you'll start to take damage. You'll also know at the moment, on the right hand side of the screen, we've got the wet debuff. What this means is we'll take cold damage faster, and cold damage is a thing in this game. As it gets to night time, the temperature will start to drop. We're currently on 11 degrees. Let's take out a glow stick and just see if we can find anything on this island worth looting. This is the island I plan to set on my base, and the reason for setting up the base here is it's miles away from the land, so it should be a bit safer than anywhere else can build a base on water. And I don't want to build water on the land because, again, it's too close to the wildlife. You can see the temperature's now dropped to 6 degrees C, so it's getting colder. We're not yet taking cold damage. And I think this is based on our cold tolerance. If we drop below 2.5 degrees, then I think we start taking damage. You can see you really can't see a lot at night, so once we do have a base, I think at night time we'll be staying indoors. Also, you start with a cantina with clean water in it, so we'll drink that now. To refill a cantina, go and stand in the water, and press the button on the hotbar that it's on, and it will fill it with dirty water. It's very important that you don't drink that dirty water. I suggest you actually take it out and put it somewhere else. The reason we don't want to drink the dirty water is it will give us a poison, which will start reducing our maximum health and stamina bars. Okay, it's dropped to 2 degrees C now. We are taking cold damage. You'll notice that you're too cold, and we've dropped a point of HP when that happened. There's not a lot I can do right now. I could build a fire, I suppose. What have we got for fire? Need to make some sticks. The crafting menu's here. You select sticks. You can queue these up multiple times. I don't know how many each one of these. It produces 2 sticks each, so we only actually need 2 of those to make a fire. Now, fires go out when it rains, and we've got matches to be able to light the fire, but if the fire goes out, we'll be in trouble, because we can't relight it. Now, our protein's low, so I am going to eat this protein bar right now. Water's good. What we need to prioritise... Actually, let's fill up our veg bar as well. We do need to boil some water at some point, but not quite yet. What I do need to do as a priority is build a storage container so I can dump stuff that will live after I die. So we need to make some planks. What else do we need to build a foundation? You can't put the crate straight onto the floor. It's got to be on a foundation. We're going to need fibres as well, made into this stuff called cordage, which is like really thin rope. Now, we probably don't have enough metal to build a crate right now. But once we have the foundation, we can raise the foundation up and put the fire underneath it, which will stop it going out when it rains. So then I just have to keep it lit while I go out hunting. And we should be good. Now, I'm not going to light the fire until I absolutely have to, because again, I've got to maintain it once I light it. And that can be problematic. It will drastically affect what I can do before having to come back and refuel the fire. Because we can't do an awful lot at night, we definitely shouldn't be running around because that would be using our fuel. It's just becoming morning now, but you really do want to make sure you can hit the morning running. Can we build a basic yet? We can in a minute when it builds these ropes. It's not ideal because, again, if we go out, we stuff in our inventory and we die, we lose it. Just check this island, see if nothing else spawned overnight. I don't think it did. We can also see better. Right, we'll go south after this. There's quite a few animals south. To build, we can decide how tall something goes, or how small. I want it just big enough to put a fire underneath so I can still reach onto it to put my crate up there without having stairs or anything early on. Okay, so that gives us our base, and can we build a fire pit? Yeah, we can. So we'll put this fire underneath. Now I've got a gun. I haven't used a gun in game yet, so we'll have to see how that goes. And again, we don't get a gun when we play multiplayer, and I've played in multiplayer for most of the time I've played so far, which is actually just one day. Okay. So by using as much as we can early on, there's less to lose if we die. But there's still a fair amount we can lose right now. This game really is beautiful. I mean, look at the scenery. The only thing that spoils it is this fence that goes all the way around the arena to restrict it. Really does. What the hell? I missed it. How did I miss it? Next question, where did it go? Crate. That's good, we got some rope. Now, have we got enough to build a crate yet? I need more nails. Oh no. I need one more rope, which we can build. And I need some more wood, which we can also craft. So, yeah, let us go. I really want that chicken before I go back. If we can't find the chicken, we'll just go back, build a crate, put our stuff in, and that gives us then a basis to survive. Because again, if I die, I don't want to lose all my stuff, which I'm going to do at the moment. In fact, let's just cut our losses, go back to the island. Again, we're going to give that bear a wild birth. Now, also on the shore, there's seaweed, or kelp, as it's called in game. We also want that because it's high in, it's used in medicine. We got metal on the island. Yeah, our island has respawned, which is always a pleasure. Now I've put that at the worst possible angle. I don't believe it's going to fall off, but if it does, I'm probably going to die. Although it would be quite fitting in this game because it does like to kill you in many different ways. I've just got the hungry indicator, and our protein is at 0. So I do need to go out, and I do need to find something to eat. Pretty sharpish. Also, now that we're hungry, our stamina bar is not regenerating, and you'll notice though I just took damage. This makes it a lot more dangerous out in the world. We might actually be forced to try a little trick that I learned from someone who was watching my stream on how to kill bears. I'm assured that this is a feature and not a bug that may be exploiting. Not 100% sure that is the case, but at the end of the day, it's more important to survive even if you have to cheat. Now also, this isn't easy. Because you've got to get the bear stuck on a tree. And I don't have an awful lot of ability to do that because I am... Come on, come and get me. This could go terribly wrong. There we go. And that went really well, as you can see. When you die, you drop a backpack. That backpack lasts for 10 minutes, and then it disappears. Where are we now? The other thing to note is that bear has just gained a level because it killed us, making it harder to kill next time, which is, again, problematic. We're going to leave the bear and just go looking for fibre and stuff around. I'm also going to leave my chest because there was nothing in it other than that gun, which isn't massively useful to us at this point. Also, as I've died, I'm no longer starving. Biofuel is essential to lighting fires if you don't have matches, so that's a good find. You can also craft it, but it's much better to drop it. Now I am running here, even though I advised not to, and that's because I really did. Can I catch that rabbit? We're gonna sneak. I might actually stand really still. Actually, we're gonna sneak, get as close to it as possible. It knew we were there. Something's coming after us now, I can tell. Now, I believe when you die, stuff in your backpack does vanish, because I have seen that. So you only get back half of what you lost. Now, can I get that bag without you getting really annoyed? No, I can't. Shh. We're going to run away. I hope the bear doesn't follow us so far. I'm not seeing him. I think this is another grub tree. Now, I thought we'd actually respawned near my base. We haven't. We've spawned miles away. We spawned literally the opposite side of the map. So what I want to do is now travel a long, long way without dying in a southeasterly direction. And there's a bear there, so we're going to avoid that. Am I stuck? Out of water. We are going to sprint, because that wolf's going to kill us. I cringe every time that happens. Is the wolf still chasing? Give up? Gave up. It did give up. Now, falling damage in this game is a real thing. I will show you in the montage of every way this game kills you at the end. So now, if we head back towards the skull, that's where my bag is. We're not going to get back there in 10 minutes, but it is the direction we want to go. Now, until we have a base, we don't have any other indicator to where our base would be. So we'd have to work it out using the map constantly. Every time we open the map, there's a chance something's going to get us while we do, so it's probably best not to. Just run right in front of me so I can pick you up. Come on, I need food, I need food, I need food. Please. Just let me catch you. Now, apparently jumping helps you catch chickens. And to capture chicken, you actually hit the F key on top of it. Where I'm gonna give up because my stamina bar's going down. I don't even think I was running towards the end there. Oh dear. We need to get out of range of that thing or it's gonna kill us, and I'm running drastically low on stamina. I don't want to look behind me. Did he give up? I think he gave up. I'll give you a wide berth as well. I think that might be our island, so we have actually covered a... Now, if you... God, you've gone. Thank God for that. Where's my... Was it me? I'm sure I saw a crate. I saw a crate. Where's that crate gone? Maybe it was a rock. No, probably a rock. Now there's a grub tree. We do want grubs, so I'm going to go and try and mine that if there's no animals nearby. There probably is. There's the crate. That's probably not the one I saw. We sneak. Hope nothing sees us. Now I'm probably going to need to get food early on is fish. The other thing in this game is the oxygen meter. When you go underwater, you'll start to drown. Once that runs out, you do start to take damage until you eventually die. And the damage is actually pretty aggressive when you're drowning. In your inventory, to split stuff, right-click on it, and you've got the option to split in half or take one. This one's only take one because there's not many of them. But if we pick that one, we can split in half or split one. Okay, so we can build our BCU now. BCU is Base Command Unit, and it allows us to do advanced building options, which are always nice. So I'm going to craft one of those. While that's crafting, we'll cut down some trees. The sun is setting, which means we are almost going to nighttime, which means the temperature will start to drop from the 13 degrees it's on now to something lower, which may or may not require us to light a fire. So there's a couple of things we need to build. A wall. So base building is actually fairly easy, and I actually like the system because it really does snap once you get to an edge. So there, it's snapped. Now, is that... Yep, that's high enough. Okay. Now to move something, you can move anything in the game. Once you've placed it, you just press end and hold it. And then we can move it to where we want it to be. And we don't seem to have a revolve key, but I could be wrong with this. So what I've been doing, as I don't have one, is to just move around, and that seems to do it. And then left places your item. Now again, we're going to place this for now. Now I don't know if the same applies to the command unit, or once you place it, you're kind of stuck. So I might not want to put it there. But it is what it is for now. And actually, can we move it once we put it there? Let's try. This might go horribly wrong. Oh, you cannot move the base command unit. What? I think that means hunters are going to kill me soon. I haven't encountered any hunters before because we got them switched off in our multiplayer. The base generates a little bit of power and a little bit of mass each day. This base is used to build stuff like this. This is like a version of the campfire, but it stays much longer. So in your base, we can start to build things like base lights, lockpicks, floodlight switches, plant beds. We're probably going to build a plant bed so we can start planting seeds and grow our own crops. Then we don't starve quite so badly. We need to wait for our power to charge up, and it charges up at 0.33 per second. So it won't take long for that to be full, but we also need to wait for our mass to get to 100 as well. Now beds, I haven't managed to build one of these yet, but what I believe it does is allow you to respawn at base instead of away from it, so that could be really useful later. And then we got solar panels and all kinds of good stuff, air conditioning, lathes. Don't know what any of this stuff does yet, but it's definitely something I'll be playing with as I continue through the game. If you want to find other players within the game, which we did in the multiplayer, you can't actually do that until they're part of your base, where you would invite them here. Once they accept the invite, then you can see them on the map. Until then, you've got to work out where you are and try and relay that to the other person, which can be exceptionally difficult. Now, I think I'm going to die of malnutrition, so I am going to stash the bandage. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I'm surviving this now. Just too low. And we're getting to morning now. But again, I'm pretty much done. In the multiplayer game, which is a lot of fun by the way, when you're stuck at base because you're malnourished and you want to reserve energy, your friends can be out mining for stuff that might keep you alive. I don't have that option right now. I'm going to have to look for kelp or anything that can sustain me. Which I'm not confident I'm going to find around here. Oh, kelp. No oxygen. Now, does kelp actually have any protein to it? No. I think I'm going to leave the main of the playthrough here, as my fate is now sealed. I did buy this game yesterday. It does have a massively steep learning curve. If we didn't have someone on the stream who helped us through it, I don't think we'd have succeeded as far as we did yesterday. And I don't think I'd have been able to build this base today, quite as simply. This game really does want you dead. So now as my fate is sealed, I think I'm going to leave this playthrough. What I am going to leave you with is a montage of my deaths up to this point. I hope you enjoy. I didn't. I so wanted that kelp. Okay, so that worked really well. Yeah, I've been in this game for probably about 4 minutes.
You might want to make sure you have some wood or sticks for the fire.
What? Trying to avoid this thing that's chasing me. I'm going to start swimming, maybe?
There's a fibre you've just run past.
I'd love to stop and pick it up, but I'm going to get eaten by a bear. Oh, oh dear. I'm going to die again. Oh, bollocks. Oh, God. This game is so brutal.
Racing you.
That was close. Stop chasing me. I'm gonna have to kill him or he's gonna kill me. Ah, oh, damn it. Thank you for the follow. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You've been watching Altec 2K. Thank you for watching.